Okay, I think we've pretty much done everything up through number 10, um, number 9. Let's do number 10 now. If the value of the left, okay, so what I got to do is I just got to move it here in update. So let's get rid of our comment here. And what I need to do is I need to read the gamepad. So pad 1 equals gamepad dot get state, and then whoops, dot 1, and then down at the bottom here, the last thing I'm going to do is previous pad 1 equals pad, so I can tell when it's changed. And after I've read it up here, what I want to do, I want to check to see the x value. So if pad 1 dot thumbsticks dot left dot x is less than 0, then what I want to do is I want to take the sprite position x and minus minus. Okay. If pad 1 dot thumbsticks dot left dot x is greater than 0, then I want to take my sprite dot position dot x and plus plus. And if pad 1 dot thumbsticks dot left dot y is greater than 0, that means I'm pushing up on it and I want to move it up, but that means I have to subtract from the y. And the last one is if pad 1 dot thumbsticks dot left dot y is less than 0, then I want to add 1 to y, moving down the page. Okay, so that should let me move it up or down. Let's test it. I don't like to do too much code without testing it. And I do not have my gamepad with me, so I'm going to have to write some code without testing it. So I'm pretty sure that's right. So we'll keep going here. Earlier it said keep the sprite on the playing area in all that you do. Do not, oh, this is number 11 also. It says, so I can put the center of the sprite on the edge, but I can't go any further than that. So if the sprite dot position dot x is less than, so that x position would be the center, yes, it would be the center of the sprite. If it's less than playing area dot rectangle dot left, then I got to bring it back. It's gone too far left. So I want to set sprite dot position dot x equal to playing area. Okay. And likewise on the other side, if sprite dot position dot x is greater than playing area rectangle dot right, then I want the sprite dot position dot x to be equal to playing area rectangle dot right. Okay. And I'm not sure why I'm getting that red wavy line there. Statement. Oh, parenthesis. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to check see if it goes off the top. So if the sprite dot position dot y is less than the top, then I want to set the sprite dot position dot y equal to playing area rectangle dot top. And on the bottom, if sprite dot position dot y is greater than playing area dot rectangle dot bottom, then I want to set the sprite dot position dot y equal to playing area rectangle dot bottom, and don't put a parenthesis on the end of that. So that will keep it on the screen. So we will be allowed to move part of it off screen, but once it gets to the middle, it will stay. We also need to be rotating it all of the time. So let's go back here and let's update the rotation. So sprite dot rotation plus equals I think what they call rotation speed. Yeah, it's rotation speed. And now I'm not going to be able to move it because I don't have the game controller right here, but it should be spinning now. And it's spinning. Okay. Okay, we need to check to see if we're going to play a sound. So we need to have a sound effect. So let's go up here and sound effect. Let's call it sound, and sound effect instance. We'll call it instance. Okay. And I need to pull in a sound over here, so we'll pause and I'll go find a sound. Okay, I've got a sound over here. I don't know how good that'll be. We can always change it if we want to later. So whoops, sound effect equals load sound effect, and it's going to be beep. And then that's the type that I want. Sound over here, the variable, not the type. And then I want instance is going to be equals sound dot create instance. Okay, so now I've got a sound effect that I can play. And now we want to determine the volume of the sound by looking at the sprite's x coordinate value. So I want to find out the offset of the x coordinate from the left edge of the screen. So I just have to subtract the x position value of the sprite minus the left edge of the screen. Okay, so we need to do that in update here. And so we need a variable called volume. Let's go up to the top here and make that float. And it's going to be between 0 and 1. And so now volume is going to be equal to, and what I say I had to do, I have to find out how far I am from the left edge. So I'm going to take the sprite position dot x and subtract the left edge of the playing area. Okay, and that'll give me my offset. And then I want to divide that by the width of the playing area rectangle. Okay, and I think that's going to give me a double. And oh no, the problem is dot width. Okay, now is that there? Now I'm good. So if I'm at the left edge, then this minus is going to give me 0. And 0 over anything is 0. And then if I'm at the right edge, then the right minus the left is going to be the width. So I've got the width over the width, which will give me 1 or 100%. So that will give me my volume. And we're going to do that. When do we do that? We do that whenever they press the X button on the gamepad. So let's check to see if the previous pad1.buttons.x was released. Whoops. And the pad1.buttons.x is currently pressed. Then I want to take my instance dot play. Okay, but I've also got to set the volume before I play it. So right here, instance dot volume equals volume, and then I'm going to play it, and there we go. And let's check. Okay, display the game state continually in the upper right corner of the playing area. So the upper right corner, the playing area. Okay, so somewhere here, let's do a string variable for game state. Oh, I haven't taken care of my game state yet. I need to start out with game state. Paused. Okay. And then also down here, let's do the game state first. If they press the start button, so if the previous pad1.buttons.start was released and the current pad1.buttons.start pressed, then I want to check to see which state I'm in. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make a boolean here. So there, that'll be a little bit easier to work with. So now, if I'm in the game state is equal to dot paused, and the start button was pressed, then I want to go to game state equals game state dot playing. Okay, and else, I gotta use an else here, otherwise it'll jump two states at once. So else if game state is equal to dot playing and start button is pressed, then I want to go to game state equals dot game over. Okay. And if they press the back button, they should be able to stop the program, and that code was there originally and I deleted it because that's always there, but that's really easy to do. So if pad1.buttons.back button state dot pressed, then this dot exit, and that'll get me out. Okay. And I want to display the game state continually in the upper right hand corner. And what I think I'll do is I'll take those last two items there, and this video is getting up around 15 minutes as well. And so we'll do those last two items in a third video.